Today I'm going over the setup of my Capture Pro by Peak Design, and I already have one of these. I just ordered this one. It came in with the Kickstarter because I ordered a bundle, and this is one of the ones that came with a bundle. So the reason I ordered the Pro is because it comes with the adapter plates so that this works with RC2 connections, since I use a Manfrotto tripod. So I'm going to demonstrate that and give you a little review of this. Now, it's because of the Capture Pro that I got into Peak Design products to begin with. With the Capture Pro plate, it slides nicely into this bracket, and you can listen for the click, and that shows that it's locked in. And use this to undo it. I've been using this, not this one here, but I've been using another one for several months, and I'm completely sold on it. And because of that clip, I went ahead and participated in the recent sling bag Kickstarter and backpack Kickstarter. I'm going to do reviews of those too. So in order for this to attach to the tripod I use the most often, it's a Manfrotto Be-Free. I need to go ahead and attach these extra pieces, and I'm going to focus in here so you can see. There's these two holes. They're very small threads that these plates attach to. Yeah, and I'll be attaching these, and this is what allows my Manfrotto RC2 connectors to be used. And it comes with this tiny, amazingly small, it'll be easier for you to see, tiny little Allen wrench and screws to put it in. So it is kind of a pain, so I'm not necessarily going to tape or capture the whole thing. So the last thing would be to attach the 1/4 inch screw that they give. Let me focus in on that so you can see. Now, I'm not going to use this, and not because there's anything wrong with it. They give you an Allen wrench to help loosen this. You can do it with probably a 1/4 as well. You can see that there's a nice little ridge there for it to grab on. But I think they recommend that you carry around this Allen wrench to be able to remove it or tighten it. And I can see that. I mean, you could use another Allen wrench that fits if you want, but I don't tend to carry around extra stuff with me if I don't have to. I went ahead and got myself some D-ring thumb screws. They're 1/4 inch also. Just to compare the two, the one they sent and the one that I have, you can see mine has the D-ring on it, and theirs does have, I'm zoomed in close with my macro here. Now theirs has a slightly longer thread than mine, just slightly. So you can see this is the D-ring on the left. But I just don't see myself carrying around that little Allen wrench with me everywhere. And because of the kind of camera case I have on my Sony, I have to loosen the plate to be able to change batteries. So for me, I'm going to go with the D-ring. I've been using a D-ring on my Capture Pro for several months now, and it's been okay. I do have to remember to tighten it every once in a while. My old one is already attached to my Peak Design 20-liter backpack. So you can see it's still looking pretty good. Maybe not quite as good as brand new, but I think it still holds up. You might not know right away which one. Well, I think you can see that in here that I've used it a lot, because as it slides it does scuff it up here some. There is something that I would like to show and point out though. So right now I've got the same camera I was taping on. It was using this other RC2 plate when it was attached, and now I've attached the Peak Design RC2 plate to it. The grab surface on the regular RC2 plate is actually a tiny bit wider. So here it is, and here's the now they look almost the same, but it's actually a slight difference. This extra little lip at the bottom, it can make a difference. So if your plate is attaching to a head that doesn't have a very nice firm grip, it can sometimes be a little loose. I wouldn't say it's a showstopper, you just have to be aware. And I've actually dropped my camera once or twice because of it. So just be aware, not all RC2 plates are the same. So you can see I have it attached to my backpack strap. This is my Peak Design 20-liter backpack, and I haven't done a review of this yet because I like to make sure I'm using it for a while before I do that. But I've been using these for several months, almost 7 months now, and it's really convenient. When I don't have any reason to put it away right away, and I don't feel like carrying it in a wrist strap or around my neck, I already have my camera bag with me because I usually carry things when I'm with my baby and I just have my baby carrier. I put the Capture Pro on my hip and I just let it drop there. So you just got to get used to disengaging it. When it goes in, you hear a nice little click. Listen for the click. You know, make sure you hear that before you get confident. Click lets you know that it's in place. I'm bracing it some to let it out. When it's against my hip, it's usually more braced anyway. Up here on this strap, it's a little loose. So it's hard to do with one hand, but it is possible. But let's do that at your own risk, because I could press here and pull up like that. But, you know, I wouldn't do that unless you had to. It's a pretty expensive camera to be messing with. But when I've got my baby carrier, sometimes she's in the way. I just do one hand, you know, I'm used to it. I take the risk, it's up to you. But I'm very happy with the Peak Design Capture Pro. As I said earlier, be careful because the grip surface on the RC2 plate modifier is a little bit thinner than some other RC2 plates that you can get. So just be aware of that when you're tying it into or tightening a tripod onto it. So there you have it.